Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Story Time with Ms. B. This episode is dedicated to Earth Day, which was celebrated on April 22nd. But did you know that the first Earth Day was on April 22nd, 1970? 20 million Americans participated. What's Earth Day, Ms. B? Well, let me tell you. You know what planet we're on? We're on planet Earth. But you know what? It's the only planet that has living beings on it. People, animals, and trees and flowers. What if Earth was always a good, clean place? Trees would line our streets. They would shade our homes and schools. There would be large open areas. People would live close to trees, mountains, and other living things and oceans. But sadly, Earth isn't always like that. You know why? Because we're not taking care of our environment, our natural surroundings. Sometimes factories and cars release dangerous gases and fumes into the air, which makes it hard for us to breathe. And then sometimes garbage is dumped in the water, which kills the fish and other living beings and things in there. Garbage dumps across America are overflowing. You know what that's called? Pollution. And sometimes farmers put chemicals called pesticides on their crops, but those pesticides kill bugs that harm the crops. But they also kill wildlife and are dangerous for people to breathe. The forests are disappearing, trees are being cut down. But you know what? Some people are trying to change that. That's why we celebrate Earth Day. You might have celebrated at your school. On April 22nd, it's Earth Day all over the world. It's a day to think about the environment. Now, what can you do to help the environment? Here's a few suggestions. Take showers instead of baths. Did you know that showers use less water? When brushing your teeth, don't let the water run while you're brushing your teeth. It wastes water. Turn all the faucets off. Make sure they're off because leaky faucets waste water. When you leave a room, don't forget to turn off the light or turn off the TV or turn off your computer. You know what else you can do? You can recycle things. I don't know if your neighborhood has a recycle program or your school, but you can recycle things that can be recycled. If you take your lunch to school, don't use a paper bag because they increase waste. They increase the garbage. Maybe you could ask your mom or dad if you could use a reusable bag, like a grocery store bag, or take a cloth tote bag with you. Sometimes, if you live close to the school, you can walk to school, walk with the person that is safe, and walk, not run, but walk, or maybe you can ride your bike. That could help the environment. So those are some things you can do, and guess where I read that? In a book from the library, Earth Day, Keeping Our Planet Clean. Who wrote that? Elaine Landau. I got that from the library. Okay, now, April was also Poetry Month. We have a couple of poems we want to share with you about the earth. This first one's called Crumble. Sandstone, you have one response to life. You crumble. A foot falls on you. You crumble. The wind says hello. You crumble. Remember your noble past. Your grandpa was a lagoon. Your grandma a dune. You come from a long line of deltas and sandbars. They've passed on to you their memories of sudden squalls and sea monsters. Toughen up, sandstone, but you don't. You crumble. There's a picture of our poem. I'll show you the book in a minute. Okay? Now, this second one I like because it's about a big, giant whale. This is called the Yellowstone whale. Deep beneath the bubbling pools lives a big whale. When it breathes, we snap pictures of its spout. When it flicks its tail, the ground shakes beneath our feet. Stay down deep, whale. Stay down. Here's a picture of the poem And guess what? It's from the book Earth Shake, Poems from the Ground Up by Lisa Westerberg Peters, pictures by Kathy Felstead. And that's what that looks like. All right. One more thing to celebrate Earth Day. We have this cool book called Thank You, Earth, A Love Letter to Our Planet by April Pulley Sayre. And oh, you're going to love the pictures in this book. Dear Earth. Aren't those cool pictures? Thank you for water and those that float, for slippery seaweed and stone. Thank you for mountains and minerals that strengthen bills and bone. Thank you for air, even fishy whale breath. Thank you for colors and coastlines and beach. The pictures are really colorful. Thank you for tiny and towering. See the ladybug? And the tall tree with beautiful colorful leaves. For trees and vines that reach. Thank you for curves and prickles and parallels, for patterns. All shapes that repeat. Look how many flowers are there. Thank you for leaves and stems and buds, for plant parts we can eat. Oh, you see the carrots? Yum, yum. I hope you like carrots. I like eggplant too. Thank you for sounds and storms and seasons, for struggles. See the squirrels struggling to climb? And pale in-betweens. Thank you for rays and radials and overlapping greens. You see the bee, leaves. Thank you for jumbles, ingredients for soil, and bright new growth in spring. Thank you for those that crawl. Yes, all, even for those that sting. Thank you for sunsets. Ooh, isn't that beautiful? For sky room for birds, for edges eyes can roam. Thank you for beginnings, for endings, for lifetimes. Thank you for being our home. All right. And that ends our Earth Day special on Story Time with Ms. B. Don't forget, if you don't have a library card, that's what this means, because they have to scan it when you get to the library. But you can't get to the library unless you ask someone to take you there, so you can get the library card from the library and you can check out these wonderful books. Thank you for sharing and spending time with us. I hope you learned something about Earth Day and share it with others. Okay? Great. See you next time. In the meantime, keep reading.